Alright, so we're just gonna get started with this video here. When you guys join, you join, but we're just gonna get started with this live here. Um, First off, I have most of these parts on Amazon. They can be found anywhere basically, but I just have most of them on Amazon. Some of these parts aren't from my car. Most of these parts are from my car. So starting with the first thing, the major that most people have questions about is the motor mount situation. I'm just gonna answer that right now and just get that done and over with. So I know a lot of you will be asking this question. So, let's see how we're gonna do this. This is the plate. Let's see which side is this. This passenger side. Okay, so this is the front of the motor. You have this plate that sits just like that. And so what this is gonna do is you want a 1 inch setback plate for a G body. I'm not too sure about the box Chevys and all that stuff, but as far as the G body, you're gonna want a 1 inch setback plate. This is what's gonna let everything line up correctly. Can't even find the hole there. This is what's gonna let everything line up correctly, sit inside of your car, let everything bolt up there. So I went with the solid mounts. Everything's all solid, so you know, a lot stronger. You could go rubberized. Me personally, I just went with solid because I've been wanting to put solids on my Elko for the longest. Those rubber mounts aren't gonna cut it for me. Like I said, everything's all solid, solid metal. I'd say this is about, it's pretty thick. I'm not gonna just take a guess there. I don't have anything to measure with, but it's pretty thick. You can get all this from Southwest Speed, except for those plates. And we're gonna run over some figures for that stuff. What is it going to run you? How much will you be paying price-wise on that stuff? Alright, so this is one thing out of the way. All of the stuff is either outside in the garage or I don't feel like digging for it. Alright, so you seen the price up there, was it $3,500? And so some of this stuff is not for my car. This isn't for my car, this isn't for my car, that's not for my car. So a lot of this stuff can be taken out of this cart here while we're already live. Try to anyways. Take that out. And one more thing, that should drop the price a lot to like $2 grand. Alright, so drop the price to $2,900. Alright, so one of the first things, and a lot of you do know this if you own a G body or whatever, is the front chassis brace. G bodies, I think boxes have this problem. Let's see, B bodies have this problem. Pickup trucks have this problem. The chassis. GM, they build really, really good cars, but sometimes the chassis are just spaghetti. And so you kind of have to work around that, or you have to upgrade it. And so one of the best upgrades that I find that you can do is get yourself a 4-point chassis brace for a G body. So basically what this is going to do is going to tie the whole front end together and the K member. And for 237 bucks, I mean, you can't really beat that. Now, yes, you could have somebody make you one, but you'd probably still be out of like $300 all in all. This right here is a smaller power steering pulley. You'll need that if you're doing the LS swap. Sometimes you can get by with it, sometimes you can't. Now something that I found out is that All Star Performance, they build really, really, really good torque converters. When I say really good torque converters, these converters have limited slip clutches in them. The sprag on them is next to none. Really, really good converters. And if you want to get these things rebuilt, you can get them rebuilt with better clutches and all that good stuff, springs and all that. A lot of this stuff right here is just unnecessary, like air fuel ratio gauges. That's unnecessary. Like I said, I want to finish upgrading my full like suspension. So, God, Oh god, did not mean to do that one. Let's go back down to where we were. We're right here, UMI. All right, so these right here, they're, they're pretty good, adjustable upper control arms. Now these are more so for like if you're into handling and all that type of stuff. This is basically just to adjust your pinion angle. There's more ways to go about it, but that's basically just to adjust your pinion angle. um, I'm gonna be doing a full brake upgrade on my car, so I mean it's on stock G-body brakes. I've said that before. Brake adapter fittings, brake lines, and then I have the whole kit, slotted rotors. These are 4-piston front brakes, and they're pretty cheap, $207. I mean, man, that's a steal. That's another thing that's unnecessary. Um, Now these adapters, this one will go into the back of the head, on the passenger side. So if you want to run a gauge or whatever, you're gonna need this. And then the oil pressure, this is gonna go where the old oil pressure sending unit or whatever you want to call it used to sit. Um, Now I have some double adjustable shocks outside already, but these are from my dad's car, so those right there, and then the 9010s are for his car. You'll see here in a second. Or actually, I might take those out and get them a different set. I'm going with all AN lines on my car. I'm going with an airlift kit in the back. Um, Braided trans lines. Um, Solenoid mounting brackets. I already have these headers. Just want to put them back in there just to show y'all, just get everything all tallied up. Like I said, all AN lines. I am gonna be running another fuel pump on my car. See, that's about it. So, like I said, all in all, we are in $2,800. We're $2,800 into this swap. And then I still have not showed y'all the bulk of everything here. So we have the cam kit was $1,000 basically. Um, let's see, carburetor that I ended up going with was it cost $438. Now this was a carburetor that was run on race gas and all that. That's the carburetor that's on my small block right now. It's going on the LS 850 CFM carburetor, and that's basically it pretty much. So if I had to guess, you could do an LS swap for, if I just had to guess something off the top of my head. And I mean, I can take most of this out because some of this I don't really need to get the car to move, honestly. So let's go ahead and take some of this out. I'll take some of this stuff out just for the sake of the video, try to help you guys out, you guys that are trying to do LS swap on the cheap. Kind of give you guys a better figure on what it's going to cost you. Here, take that out. Like I said, I'm taking a lot of this stuff out to show you guys, what can be done at cheap. I mean, you can really get something way cheaper than that. Stock G-body brakes, go with some stock calipers, all that stuff. But by that time, you could have just then did what I was going to do. We're not even going to look at the price yet. Take that out. Take that out. Take those out for sure. AN lines is not really an option for me, so that's kind of why I say I have to go with AN lines. You may not have to, but I kind of want to. So this can come out of here. You're definitely gonna need a fuel pump. AN lines. So all in all, you could probably do a complete LS swap for about $1,700. Not even including the price of your motor. So I'm gonna say about $2,200. But I'll do a more in-depth video. This is just a little something that I decided to go live with. You know, basically put together for the most part. Just a little put together setup. And yeah, so I'll hit y'all back with a more detailed video.